And what's going on, folks? Rich is back with another video. Currently, what I'm going to be working on today is the FEM unit. What I'm going to be doing with this FEM unit is virginizing it with Abrites, so that way in the future we can use it on another vehicle. This particular module was pulled out of a 5 series, I believe, or no, it was probably a 3 series, a 320i. I already had sold one prior, so I needed another one to virginize. So I bought another one so that way I can show the procedure on how I do it with the Abrites. So let me get everything here sorted out. And what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. Here's the module. We're going to look at the fuse positions. Normally what I would say is you'll take a picture of the layout, so that way you know where every corresponding fuse with your correct ampage goes. So take a picture, take a screenshot, whatever you may need to do. And let's get to the next step. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue. So as you can see here, we have Abrites, we have the FEM, we're going to use the mini prog. These are the fuses in its position. Doesn't matter if they get mixed up, I already have a picture of them. And we're going to be using the FEM test platform once we have everything ready to go. So what we're going to do is have this set up right over here. But what we're going to be doing is opening up the FEM module. So the way that I like to do this is slowly but surely and with less destruction. So I usually start from the top, create a space while grabbing it, so that way I can have some type of leverage. Usually it requires 2, and then after that you could do it with 1. So try to be very gentle because you don't want to break the board. Let me go get another one. Matter of fact, I'm going to use this tweezer. Just put this tweezer right in here. Let's just start working our way around. So tweezer's gone. I have the space that I wanted. And let's go all around. Back up here. Okay. Just keep working my way around. Just keep working your way around it until you fully get it. You don't have to do way too much, just hit the right spots. And it'll come out, no problem. Got one more spot up here. Alright, and just like that, ready to go. Put that aside. That covers off. Gently inspect the board, make sure that there's no damages. Usually take pictures if you have to for you. But as far as I see here, this has not been touched. Because if you see here, it has that conformal coating. So I'm going to clean this up so that way I can use the pen on this module. Always be careful with the components because you do have some resistors and capacitors nearby. Make sure any shavings that you may leave behind, you clean it up thoroughly. And make sure that none of those shavings get underneath the processor, because if it does, this thing is going to burn up and there goes that module. Power this on. Don't really need this right now, so put that aside. position 1 will be right down here. So position 1 will be right at the bottom. So if you're holding it from this angle, so the chip right here, bottom left. Okay. Let's go read this. 95128 EPROM. I'm going to use this Android phone. You can use whatever you desire. EPROM. I'm going to read it twice. ST 95. So ST 95. See if I can show you here real quick. 128. We're going to do pressure. We're going to do read, EPROM. I'm going to start operation. Just going to load the program into the pen. Now it's ready. So let's go read it. A lot of people don't normally see. There's an indentation right here that tells you where's position 1, which will be usually right in the front. So position 1, I'm going to line it up here. And let's read. It's telling us position 4, 5. It's not good. Okay, do it again. Now it's doing the verification. The phone turned off, but I see it on the pen. This is good. Alright, let me just let it off here. So it read. If you have an Android phone, try to leave the screen timeout for like more than a minute or two, because this is really annoying if it does go off. So we're going to do save and edit. We see that we have some data here all the way to the bottom. And it keeps on going. So we're going to save as. I'll save this as 95128 ST Fem original. You could do ST 95128, whichever way you'll know how to remember it. And now what I'm going to do is read it again and then compare those two files. But before I do that, let me do the screen timeout thing, which is so damn annoying. Alright, so screen timeout, 30 seconds. We're going to just bump that up to 2 minutes for now. So we shouldn't have the screen turning off on us, putting us in a predicament where we have to move. Okay, so here we go. Light back on. Position that pen right on top of that EPROM. Continue. Do it again. Make sure that it's correct. Let me try. Okay, to reading. Is it okay? Verifying. I said okay, so verification completed. Alright, lift up. So, read again, verified it. So we're gonna save as. Again, data is there. We're gonna save this as again. 95128 ST. Capitalize that for uniform. ST fem ori read 2. Okay, see it right there. So now that we have that saved, we're going to upload those 2 files and we're going to go pull it from the computer. I'll show you how I do that right here. We're going to exit. File management, local files, today's date, and those are the 2 files that we read. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload somewhere there on the main drive using Xsource, so I can pull it out from the server. And then we're going to upload the second one. Upload. Alright, so now those 2 files are uploaded. We'll put this away. I'm going to need it back when I have to write the mod file back in, but just so that we see it. So I'm going to go over here. Alright, so now that I have that EPROM file read, we're going to go ahead and plug our FEM platform adapter. Just as a rule of thumb, if you have a non-conductive surface, this table is made of metal. I don't want no accidents. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get its case. Just put it there. Just gently make sure that nothing hits, nothing drops. And we're going to take this and plug it into Abrites. Okay. We're going to need that in a minute. We're going to plug in a power source. Let's open up the software. Okay. What we're going to do, we're going to let the software right now open up and turn on the FEM. So right now we'll see the FEM come on once Abrites sends its wake up signal. Sometimes it fails from the beginning, sometimes it doesn't. It all depends. Like right now it was on, so I might have to like wake it up. I'm gonna go back at it again. Open up from the software. And as you can see, the light came on. And we should be seeing vehicle information shortly. There we go. So this is the VIN number of that vehicle this FEM unit came out of. Sorry, I'm over here tired. It's kind of late. What we're going to do is now go to key and start synchronization. We're going to go to EWS manager and we're going to let the unit be read. It's going to give us this. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up a file. You're not going to be able to see it. We're going to write here FEM eBay 2 Virgin State data. And you can name it whatever you want, but I'm just going to name it that. So right now we're going to read net coding. We're going to let it do its thing. Make sure you don't touch the power. Make sure you don't touch no connections. As of right now, everything is solid and connected. While it's reading that, let me me close this over here. And let me go get those files. We're gonna save all this net coding. We're gonna save it to that folder that I just made. This one, Fem eBay to Virgin State. And then we're gonna write here as, I like capital so I can find it, net coding original. So right now it gives us an option on how to read the STM95128. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna read it with an external. Okay. So we're gonna select the file that we just downloaded from the server, but remember, we have to verify it before we upload it. So let me do that here. I'm gonna open it. Let us download. Yes, we're gonna save that in the same folder so that way there's no confusion. Let us, right here, EPROM. I'm gonna read the first one, and then compare it with the second one. Okay. All right, let us do the comparison. Let me open up multi-prog here. So this is the EPROM. This is where they're both at. So I'm going to move this aside. See if I can shrink this so that way you guys can see it. Okay. We're going to open the first EPROM, and then we're going to do a compare to the second EPROM. And as you can see, both of the files are identical. So we know that we have a good read both times since it did read and verify. So there we go. I'm going to use the first one. And now we're going to save the mod file. So we're going to put here 95128 st mod. Okay. They want us to write this with the external programmer, and that's what we're about to do. So usually here we just do an upload. We're going to look for the mod file. We're going to upload that. Should be done fairly quick. So it says upload completed. So I'm going to minimize the screen. We're going to go back to our phone. I know it's pretty much easier if you have a programmer that you can just read with the computer, but I'm doing it this way since I'm using my desktop. We're going to go to here, and we're going to download this file that we just uploaded. We're going to download it into the main, and it's downloaded. Okay, so now that it's modded, let us now power everything off because we don't need this thing plugged in. Okay, so off. Everything is unplugged. We don't want no power going through this. We don't want no oops-a-daisy. So now that it's set up that way, we're going to come here and we're going to write. Okay. So we're going to go to EPROM, ST, for those of you not aware, M95128 pressure, and we're going to do a write. We're going to do an EPROM. If the thing turns off, just turn it back on. It's going to connect to the pen again. Do another scan because it was off. You might have to go back and go back at it again. Sometimes the thing takes a while to connect. Let's try to connect again with the app. Something's always buggy. So we're going to select. Right, let's turn this thing off and do it back on. Off. On. There's no indicator up here that it's connected to anything. And now it popped back up on the app. So we're going to connect. Connect. And now we can go continue again with the selection. M95128 pressure right EPROM. Select the file. We're going to go to local and we're going to go to 95128. I don't know if you guys can see that. 128SC, sorry. So we're going to hit right and we're going to get this pen initiated. All right. So now that it's ready, we can push this button back here to make sure it's ready to write. Get this light going. All right. And now that it's positioned, let us push the button. It's writing, now it's verifying. Verification successful. Gonna go now. So now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead again and connect this. This cable's for the dash. We don't have a dash right now. But FEM is back on, as you can hear it clicking. Now we're gonna go back to the software here, and we're gonna go to write. Let's go again, install the FEM back into the car. We don't have a car, we're doing it on bench. And we're gonna let this thing communicate. All right. So you can see the light came on. And now here it is doing its procedure. So usually at this point you just leave it alone. It's gonna ask you for the net coding back later. So now it's doing its flashing. And this process does take some time. Usually with an Ethernet cable it goes a little bit quicker, but we don't have the Ethernet right now connected, so we'll just leave it as OBD for now. Connect it straight from Abrites. I'm gonna let this process play out in real time. And we're almost at home stretch. Still waiting for this 540 kilobytes to get uploaded. Now it's done. Now it's doing its resets. It's going to tell us to load back the net coding. And after that, we should be good to go. Okay. We're going to load previous net coding. And that was from here. bringing the module back to its original immobilizer state. And then it's going to give us the option to save, virginize, erase keys, whatever we need to do. And this is for a FEM unit. Not a BDC. BDC is almost the same procedure, but a little bit quicker. All right. So now we're waiting for controller to wake up. Okay. Process should be done. Here we go. So now we have more options. Now we have an option to program key, clear mileage, save EWS data, restore EWS data, erase keys, or virginize. I can't program no keys because I don't have the FEM ISN number from the DME or a key. So what I'm going to just do is virginize. All data will be erased, all keys will be erased, and now we're virginizing it. And just like that, this thing has been wiped and ready for programming to the next BMW. And just like that, no keys, nothing is valid, no positions, no VIN number. We can still talk to the module like regular. See, get the access to the gateway, which is internal. Degree full codes, so no synchro with the flex ray. We also have here the FEM unit. No miles, nothing is written. Fault, a whole bunch, since it's not connected to the car. But as you can see, we're still communicating. We're still able to talk to this module like no problem. The only thing is that you won't get a VIN. We can look at the coding that's on the module itself. This is going to be changed. This is subjective depending on the vehicle that you're currently working on. You can change the coding, and you can also change vehicle order. So it's important depending on which module this car is going to go in. So if it's a 320, change the VO to 320, so 328, 330, whatever it is. You have to change it in the VO and then code it accordingly. And there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this to a file. I'm going to put here coding FEM address 60. And we'll just leave it at FEM coding ORI. Alright, so now that we have coding saved, I'm going to go back and we're just going to save the VL, just in case if something does happen. Usually you can save it before. I highly recommend it too. I don't need it since this module is usually a replacement to the one that they currently have. So whatever VL they have, I'm going to inject it in here. So it really doesn't matter. So now we go back. So it was address 40. Go back. I'm going to look at the VL. And just like that, this is the VO. So it's a 320i XDR US version of it. Battery, leather, March 13th. And these are all the personalizations for that type of car. So again, all set. So we save the VL. I'm going to just put here vehicle VL original. That's what it was. We can always change it. As we can see here, the frequency on this fob will be at 315. So the next vehicle that we put in, we can modify this. We can put it to 434, whatever the hell the case may be. See, we can change it here. as of right now, I'll leave it at 315 since that is the most popular one that we usually get. If we have to change it, we'll change it in the future. So either 876 for 315 or 874 for 434. But other than that, guys, yeah, we're all set. Thank you for tuning in. What we're going to do is we're going to close everything off. We're going to turn off the module. Pull connector here. A lot of mistakes that I notice that people do is you see this little hole. You need to always make sure that that hole, that's where the screw goes to hold the module in place, is not overlapped with the board, that it's correctly in its position where you should be able to see the other side. Because people drill a hole through it and go by board. So, the hole is good. Just take the cover, line it up. Perfect. But other than that, guys, thank you for tuning in. This was Richard from Auto Lock Sector. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded any videos. Been very busy. Again, the world's economy isn't that great, and a lot of the times we're busy working. We don't have time to position cameras or to even record our hands-on procedures. Usually, once we're free and we have time, we're able to make videos like this. We do appreciate you guys if you like videos like this to subscribe, to send positive feedback. That will help us create more videos in the future and encourage us to make more videos. The locksmithing industry is a bit toxic. You always have people who believe that they know more than others. But for today, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It didn't take that long to do. I mean, positioning the cameras behind me here, the one up here, the one up there, and the one on the screen. It does take some time, especially to edit. If you guys do have any questions, you can leave a comment at the bottom. I'll try to get to it when I'm free. Sometimes that's impossible. But again, I do appreciate you guys. Please, if you like this channel, if you like this video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll try to make more videos coming this fall before the end of the year. But other than that, it was Richard from Auto Lock Sector. Peace.